Yeah, we lost my brother Pablo while we were filming Seven. Made for a very hard time to finish filming that movie.
The phenomenal actor Vin Diesel is renowned for his heroic roles and thrilling performances. Hailing from a diverse cultural heritage, Vin Diesel possesses a large heart that embraces everyone, regardless of their background.
There are no backroom deals. Got myself into this, I'm gonna get myself out of it. You know that.
I do, and that's what I told him. Well, there you have it. Good luck in the courts, man.
This love forged an unbreakable bond with his co-star turned brother, Paul Walker. Their friendship was unlike anything anyone had seen before. However, tragedy struck with the untimely demise of Paul Walker, breaking Vin Diesel deeply. Despite his grief, he became a source of comfort and support for Paul's daughter, Meadow. So, where is Meadow now? And why did Paul Walker leave his daughter in Vin Diesel's care? Join us as we unveil these details, as Vin Diesel, now 56, finally admits what we all suspected. But before we delve in, let us explore the heartwarming tale of Paul Walker and Vin Diesel's friendship, and how it has affected the people around them. Vin Diesel and Paul Walker's unbreakable bond. Vin Diesel and Paul Walker were the best of friends who formed a strong bond in the competitive world of Hollywood. Among celebrity friendships, many names come to mind, but none stand out like Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. From Matt Damon and Ben Affleck to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, many celebrities find friendship in other big-name stars, some even before they become famous. Walker and Diesel had a friendship so wholesome that Vin Diesel walked Walker's daughter down the aisle despite Walker's passing. Walker is still one of the most loved actors even now. Diesel praises him and appreciates the time they had together, wanting to mention him whenever possible. It is safe to say that they had some secrets among themselves too, ones they never told the world. So, what is this secret? What impact did Paul Walker make that's still being felt by Vin? Vin Diesel shares the advice Paul Walker gave about becoming a dad, saying, "Go in there. Family forever." It's more than a cheesy line in the Fast and Furious franchise, seeing as Vin Diesel lives by those words every day, even if sometimes he's acting like an annoying sibling. His tribute to his late co-star Paul Walker on the 8th anniversary of his passing embodies that, as he shares some important dad advice he got from his dear friend. Diesel recalls filming Fast and Furious and telling Walker he was going to have a baby. He'll never forget what Walker told him. "A lot of tough guys will tell you to wait outside the delivery room, but that's wrong. Go in there and actually cut the umbilical cord. It will be the best day of your life," Diesel wrote on Instagram. At that point, Walker was already a dad. Diesel said he reflects on that advice and their brotherhood every day. He revealed that the baby Walker helped him prepare for would grow up to be the maid of honor at Walker's own daughter's wedding. Yes, Diesel's daughter was Meadow Walker's maid of honor. "The same angel you helped me prepare for with your brotherly advice is the same angel that precious Meadow asked to be her maid of honor," he wrote. "How could I have known that back on the 2008 set? My children always tell me that Uncle Paul is with you, Dad, always, and I know in my heart they are right. There's no better advice than just jumping into the experience of being a dad with full gusto from the very beginning. Approaching it like it's going to be the best day of your life is the right attitude to take into that delivery room, which will change your life forever." Paul Walker and Vin Diesel's friendship was indeed unbreakable. With such an amazing bond, it's obvious that Paul Walker's death took a toll on Vin Diesel. But what led to Paul's death? Could it have been prevented? Let's find out. Paul Walker's tragic and untimely demise. On November 30th, 2013, actor Paul Walker, a major star of the Fast and Furious franchise, tragically died in a car accident in Santa Clarita, California. Walker's car caught fire after crashing into a tree on an empty road in perfect weather conditions. But why did this happen? Paul Walker was a lifelong car enthusiast. After the Fast and Furious series became a box office hit, he started collecting cars, amassing a collection of 30 high-performance vehicles, including Bayerische Motorenwerke Motorsport 3, Nissan Skyline Gran Turismo Racings, and Ford Mustangs. He wasn't just a car collector. He was also a professional-level racer with sponsorships from brands like Etnies, Brembo, and Hankook. However, Walker's life wasn't solely about speed. After achieving financial success, he focused on giving back to the world. In 2010, following the devastating earthquake in Haiti, he founded the Reach Out Worldwide Foundation to assist communities recovering from natural disasters. On the day of his death, Walker and his foundation organized a charity event for the victims of Typhoon Haiyan, one of the most powerful tropical cyclones ever recorded. After the event, Paul and his friend Roger Rodas got into a 2005 Porsche Carrera Gran Turismo supercar with Rodas driving and Walker as the passenger. They left the event and, after making a right turn onto Constellation Road from Alta Vista Avenue, the tragic accident occurred. Then, they made another right turn onto Kelly Johnson Parkway. Ignoring the 45 miles per hour speed limit, the red Porsche rapidly accelerated on a seemingly straight and empty street. They reached around 100 miles per hour as they approached a curve. Rodas began turning the steering wheel to the right, applying the brakes, and shifting to a lower gear. However, they didn't know that it had rained heavily the previous day. Although the afternoon Los Angeles sun had mostly dried the road, residual moisture remained on the asphalt, creating a dangerous situation for Walker and Rodas. Additionally, the car's tires were a problem. Supercars aren't driven every day, but when they are, they're often pushed to their limits. Fast maneuvers, abrupt braking, and acceleration can wear out tires quickly. On this particular car, Rodas hadn't replaced the tires in years. When they needed a tight grip between the wheels and the road, they didn't have it. As they reached the end of the curve, the Porsche started skidding. And somewhere around that spot, Rodas lost control of the vehicle. The car slid from the road onto the sidewalk, hit a light post, and then crashed into a tree, almost cutting it in half. For over a minute, there was still a chance to save at least one of the passengers. The coroner's office reported that Paul was still alive after the impact, but coincidentally, no one was around. The road was empty. The wrecked car caught fire 90 seconds after the crash, and the rest is history. The investigation by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and California Highway Patrol concluded on March 13th that the crash was caused by unsafe speed. Engineers from Porsche assisted in evaluating the wreckage. Today, the crash site is a memorial where fans pay tribute to the Fast and Furious star Paul Walker, whose untimely passing bears a striking resemblance to James Dean's. Now the question is, what truth did Vin Diesel finally admit that we all suspected? Let's find out. Vin Diesel finally admits what we all suspected. His daughter was named after Paul. Vin Diesel relied on his late co-star Paul Walker for advice when he became a dad. While speaking with Access, the 53 and independently build his career. These skills proved pivotal in his rise to success in Hollywood, establishing him as one of his generation's most renowned actors. Additionally, during this period, a director took notice of Diesel, ultimately opening the doors to Hollywood for him. Vin Diesel's career led him to his most iconic role ever, which was the Fast and Furious series. What role did he play and what lesson did he learn from it? Let's find out. Vin Diesel's journey on Fast and Furious. Vin Diesel is best known for his role as Dom Toretto in the Fast and Furious series, which began in 2001. However, many are unaware that since the first film, he has aimed to create a more emotionally mature and complex action hero. Reflecting on his character, whom he has portrayed for almost 2 decades, Vin acknowledges the evolution of Dom Toretto. Initially, Toretto didn't have the freedom to lead with love as he does now. Vin often speaks his truth and tries to encourage the world to embrace love, which is a delicate balance. To understand how to both sell films and spread love, one must look closely at Diesel's methods. In real life, Diesel is a father, similar to Toretto. He believes the world needs to reconcile with the father archetype and hopes that the 9th film in the series contributes to this reconciliation and enhances our understanding of it. As much as Vin Diesel played a hero on screen, he was also a notable hero off-screen. How did Vin Diesel exercise his heroic nature off-screen? Keep watching as we reveal these details. Vin Diesel, the off-screen hero. The thing is, most people haven't given much deep thought to Vin Diesel or the characters he plays. Why would they? Brawn is brawn after all, but if being alive in the 2020s has taught us any enduring collective lessons, it's that when it comes to our heroes, both on and off screen, we need more personal power, emotional intelligence, sensitivity, and depth. These qualities are increasingly the deciding factors in a hero's likability. Back to Vin Diesel. While his larger-than-life, hyper-masculine persona might seem like part of the old toxic masculinity problem, that's far from the actor's intention. A lot of his work, if given a second thought, proves the contrary. In case you haven't heard, Vin has shown himself to be a real-life action hero, much like most of the characters he's portrayed. As the story goes, back in 2001, when Diesel was riding the Hollywood freeway on his motorbike, he witnessed a fiery car crash in real time. Maybe it's all the times he had to think quickly on his feet in movies. Or maybe it's just who he is. But regardless of the reason, Diesel ditched his bike, pulled 2 kids out, and then guided the driver on how to crawl out before the car was engulfed in flames minutes later. True story. Imagine being rescued by a real-life Vin Diesel. Amazing, right? While Diesel seems very capable of channeling his character's toughness when needed, we like him because, deep down, he's a bona fide softie. Much like how sexy actresses are objectified and not taken as seriously as their work might deserve, Vin Diesel has also been largely reduced to his muscular appearance. Most people focus solely on his body and stop there. Nevertheless, he strives to spread positive vibes and manly love, challenging the status quo of toxic masculinity. The best version of myself has always been just a pure message of love, he tells Flaunt. I really believe that at my core. Maybe because I was a bouncer in New York City, I don't have to pretend to be tough. Because of that, I have more freedom to be loving, if that makes any sense. Yes, Vin has always been a strong man. A bouncer is tough by definition, but that has also been reinforced by his on-screen roles, shaping our perception of him. He wants us to know it's not entirely true. Will you love to be rescued by a real-life Vin Diesel? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Now let's find out all about Paul Walker's daughter and where she is today. Meadow Walker and her role in protecting her father's legacy. Meadow Walker has carved her own path. While many might expect her to follow in her late father's footsteps and become an actress, she has chosen a career in modeling. However, she shares her father's philanthropic spirit, honoring his legacy through the Paul Walker Foundation. Meadow had a close bond with her dad, the late actor Paul Walker. Born in Los Angeles on November 4, 1998, to Walker and his then-girlfriend Rebecca Soteros, Meadow grew up in Hawaii with her mom, seeing her dad intermittently. She later moved back to Los Angeles, where her parents shared custody until she moved in with Paul full-time. Tragically, less than a year later, Paul died in a car crash on November 30, 2013. Paul Walker expressed his joy about their close relationship, saying, "My heart was desperate for so many years with the situation with my daughter. She's living in Hawaii, and I'm here. My daughter lives with me full-time now, and she's the best partner I've ever had," he told Entertainment Weekly just months before his death. Since her father's death, Meadow has become a successful model and continues to honor his legacy through her charity work. She has maintained close ties with his Fast and Furious co-stars and even became part of the franchise herself. Meadow married actor Louis Thornton Allen in October 2021. However, the couple announced their separation in December 2023. Reflecting on fatherhood, Paul once told Parade in 2009, he said, "Little girls soften their daddy's hearts." By 2011, when Meadow returned to Los Angeles, Paul described his then 12-year-old daughter to People magazine, noting, "She's a bit more like her mother, but she's also how I am innately." He added that Meadow is more of a free spirit and she appreciates the little stuff. In 2017, Meadow launched her modeling career, signing with DNA Models. According to her Instagram bio, she has walked the runway for prominent designers such as Prenza Schouler and Alexander McQueen. Meadow is also the face of Gavoni Beauty, celebrating one of her first major campaigns with the brand in March 2023. Struggling with her father's loss, Meadow filed a wrongful death lawsuit in September 2015 against the makers of the Porsche Carrera Gran Turismo, which her father's friend Roger Rodas was driving during the fatal crash. The lawsuit claimed the car lacked necessary safety features that could have prevented the accident, or at least allowed Paul Walker to survive. Meadow reached a settlement with Porsche in 2017 and also received a $10.1 million settlement from Rodas's estate, which was placed into a trust, her lawyer confirmed. Honoring what would have been Paul Walker's 42nd birthday in September 2015, Meadow announced the launch of the Paul Walker Foundation. The organization, dedicated to spontaneous acts of goodwill that empower young people and support the environment, furthers Paul Walker's legacy of ocean conservation. Reflecting on her father, Meadow wrote on Instagram alongside a sweet throwback photo, "Reflecting on my father, I found myself reflecting on his passions. I wanted to start this foundation because I want to share that piece of him with the world." Meadow has been actively involved in philanthropy. In June 2022, she announced the Paul Walker Foundation Do Good Scholarship, aimed at supporting a deserving student passionate about addressing critical community or environmental needs. In October 2021, Meadow married Louis Thornton Allen during an intimate beachside ceremony in the Dominican Republic. She wore a custom Zoni couture dress for the occasion and was walked down the aisle by her dad's close friend and Fast and Furious co-star Vin Diesel. Diesel shared on Instagram that his daughter, Hannah Riley Sinclair, served as Meadow's maid of honor. Diesel affectionately captioned a photo of Meadow and Hannah at the wedding. "Look at this photo, Pablo. It will make you smile." Vin Diesel, reflecting on his close relationship with Meadow Walker, shared in June 2021 how Meadow had asked his daughter, Hannah Riley Sinclair, to be her maid of honor. He described feeling very protective of Meadow, noting that she is the first person to wish him Happy Father's Day each year. Seeing Meadow with his own children, especially playing with his 6-year-old daughter Pauline, deeply moves him, as he imagines what his late brother, Paul Walker, would feel in those moments. Every year, Meadow honors her father's memory with heartfelt tributes on Instagram. On his birthday and the anniversary of his passing, Meadow posts touching throwback photos and messages. In 2021, she shared a baby photo of herself with Paul Walker kissing her cheek, expressing endless love and missing him dearly. In September 2023, marking what would have been her father's 50th birthday, Meadow posted another emotional tribute, thanking him as her guardian angel for his love, guidance, and for instilling in her a love for the beauty in the world. On the 10th anniversary of Paul Walker's death in 2023, Meadow shared a never-before-seen video of her surprising her dad on his birthday, captioning the clip with 10 years without you. I love you forever. Meadow continues to cherish and remember her father with profound love and admiration. What do you think of the bond Vin Diesel and Paul Walker shared? And what do you think of Meadow? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. Please do well to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next one.